Iconic British furniture designer Tom Dixon might be best known for his shiny mirror ball lamps and for giving away hundreds of free chairs last year in the Great Chair Grab in London's Trafalgar Square. Even though he's dabbled in sustainable design with his Eco Polo for Lacoste, his line of biodegradable eco-wear, and his work for Habitat and Artec, he isn't known first and foremost for being a green designer, and even claims, on the record, to have committed crimes against sustainability. Despite all this, however, Habitat believes Tom Dixon's thoughtful and thought-provoking work is extremely relevant to the context of sustainability and is worth an exploration for anyone interested in green design.
I've got to admit that I'm not very green, okay? So I hope you haven't come here expecting a sustainability talk, because you're not going to get one.
Are there any eco-friendly materials that you have particularly become interested in?
I don't think as brand new materials are going to be the answer. I think it's finding ways of using existing ones in new ways. One of the 21st century materials which has got potential in engineering terms is bamboo, given that it's in some uses stronger than steel even, given that it grows at a metre a day. It's one of those materials which is really a miracle material and needs to be, I think, worked in more modern ways than it has been historically. A project which could be seen as totally unsustainable was a project I did in Trafalgar Square in London last year. I decided to give away design. Design is always very high-priced objects. It's highly undemocratic. This project involved just setting up on Trafalgar Square one day and giving away 500 chairs. This was an interesting project, again, in terms of talking about sustainability. They're made out of polystyrene, which is a material which is infinitely recyclable. So if you make a chair which doesn't have a secondary material or a secondary components, then it should and often will be recycled as a matter of course. But they are, again, manufactured locally. They're not shipped from anywhere else in the world. I'm showing this chair again in Moss, and the idea is really that if I can sell one of these chairs, I can then fund another project where I can give away some more chairs. And the furniture business is extremely old-fashioned in the way that it operates. But I think by clever thinking, there's lots of different ways where one could distribute chairs in ways that are closer to, say, the business models of Google, where you give away your core activity, but you make money by other means. So another way of paying for this chair might be to actually just brand it with somebody's logo. So in that sense, you get somebody's marketing logo into people's houses, but in the process, you're giving away your core activity. And anybody who's a designer here will know how tough it is to actually make money from selling artifacts. But by giving them away for free, like I say, you become very popular, and there may be other means of making money on through other processes. So this is one of the ideas, which is to make one very precious one to pay for lots of free ones.
Artec, whose name is a combination of the words art and technology, creates humanist pieces, many of bent wood or metal. So what attracted you to the company?
Artec's an interesting company because it's probably the only remaining modernist company from the 20s and 30s that has survived in its original form. It still makes the same set of furniture in the same factory from the same wood as it did in 1927. The project that we've been working on in Artec and we showed at the Milan Furniture Fair was an idea about actually not making any new furniture at all, because we're one of the suppliers to kindergartens and to prisons and to hospitals and to churches. Finland is actually flooded with some of this iconic furniture, and it's very easy for us to buy back sets of the furniture which are matching of varying ages. And it's kind of fantastic the way that this furniture, which is iconic design of furniture, is used in a very everyday way. People repaint it, people adapt it, people chop the legs off or add bits on and they don't use it in a precious way at all. And so we've been collecting, we've got maybe 300 chairs back now. These chairs, because they're built in such a robust way, and because they're used in an everyday way, grow more beautiful with age. So the idea is really to keep on collecting, and when we've got enough, is to start just putting them back into circulation. And so we're calling this second cycle. I think what's exciting right now in America is eBay, where second-hand objects become very available to large audiences again. You'd hope that things like eBay do become systems by which everything becomes recycled eventually.